Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for Catching Up with the Walkers.
So this is a little bit early. I still am not fully awake. So I'm going to try to get woken up here as we get to going today.
We're so excited that you have clicked on this video and that you are hopefully having your cup of coffee. Maybe by the time you watch this, you're on your lunch break. Whatever it is, we hope you're having a great day. And we're just so thankful that you're here.
Yeah, we hope you had a great week this week. We're finally here to the weekend, so we're getting it started. And we've got a lot going on this weekend. It's going to be busy, but we're here to catch you up on what's been going on in this past week. So we had something that was pretty crazy happen here in our town that you kind of leaves you scratching your head like, did that really happen? Like, did that person really think that that was a good idea? So you may have seen it by the title or the picture whenever we got on here, that we had a little kitten in our community disappear. And it wasn't just anybody's
Thankfully, it wasn't
kitten.
Luca.
Oh my. If it would have been Luca, Mazzy would have probably been tracking somebody down and taking care of business.
It would have been bad.
But it was somebody, it's actually a cousin of mine. They live just a few miles from here, and they are local. And kind of get to the story.
Sure.
So they had a little kitten. My cousin Ash.
Not like a tiny kitten, though. I mean, it was
no
decent size.
I would say it's bigger than Luca the way the pictures looked. The little kitten's name is Star Power, and it belonged to my little cousin Adeline, who is 5 years old. So just a little bit older than Ransom, but she's just a little girl, and she loves this little kitten, Star Power. And her mom, Ashley, she saw that the kitten was gone.
Yeah, when they realized they got home, where's the cat?
Yeah, so it was kind of odd because the kitten had been sticking around. Obviously, it had grown up quite a bit at their house. And I'll say this, they live in the country. We live in the country. If you come up to our house, our cat, Susie, you might see her halfway down the driveway. You might see her on the front porch. You might see her on the back porch. You might see her in the pasture catching mice. Our animals are kind of all over the place because that's just the way it is.
Country living, life on the farm.
Yeah, so whenever you live in the country, you probably know that. You don't necessarily keep all your pets inside. You don't keep them all in a pen because it's the country. Like, our neighbors know whose animals are whose, and everybody's good with that. So their cat came up missing. So they couldn't find it. They looked for a few hours, I believe, and they went to the video cameras. And Cassie, what did they see?
Well, they were like, hey, we have surveillance. Let's see what happened. So, beyond their belief and surprised and just in shock, they had a package delivered. And as the delivery person was walking up, they tried catching the kitty several times, and the kitty ran away from them. And then once they got up on the porch, and it was right there, she grabbed it, puts it up on her shoulder, rocks it, pets it. You know how they have to take a picture and they send it to you to show your boxes. But while she's doing that, she's just loving on this kitty. So she turns to go back to her truck, and she puts the kitty down finally, and then she takes a step, and then she comes back, and she's like,
she thought,
wait a second. She picks the kitty back up, lifts up its tail to see if it's a boy or a girl, and then
must have been what she wanted.
Hesitates a little bit.
Whether it was a boy or a girl is what she wanted.
Yep. Walks back to her car or truck, whatever. Hesitates a little more.
Her big blue truck.
Yeah. Gets inside, doesn't shut the door, hesitates a little more, shuts the door and takes off.
Yeah. With the cat.
With Star Power.
So this lady, I think just based on the video, she went and got the cat off of the porch, and she went and took it into her truck after she checked to see whether it was a male or female. Like, let's play devil's advocate here. Well, why would you check if you were worried about that cat or worried about anything to do with it? Why would you check to see if it's male or female? Why would that matter? Would you not just throw it in the truck and leave? So fast forward a little bit though. They found out who the driver was somehow. They obviously saw it on video. They went to the sheriff's office, the local sheriff's office, and filed a police report.
First, they contacted Amazon.
Yeah.
And talking to Amazon isn't easy, and so they weren't getting anywhere. So then they took it to the next step.
Yeah, so they went to the sheriff's office, filed a police report like any normal person would whenever somebody steals something or takes something off of your property. And the other side of the story was that the driver of the delivery truck said that up the road a little ways, she ran over or passed.
She saw
a dead cat in the road. And so she was concerned that this cat that was living on somebody's porch with other animals, Kitten, was maybe the baby of that cat.
Yeah.
So that was her story. She was sticking to it. She wasn't going to take that cat and, take it home after she had found out whether it was a male or female. And she was going to make sure that cat was safe. Because apparently she was a little bit concerned that kitten was in danger.
So how did the news pick up this story? Well, initially, our cousin Ashley just posted on Facebook, "Hey, the delivery driver stole my daughter's kitten. What do I do? How do I get it back?" And I think she put, "We have it on video, on surveillance." Mm-hmm. So people were like, post the video so people can see, that it actually happened. So she did, and then I don't know if someone sent it to the news or what, but so the news picked it up and asked if they would care to be interviewed, and things happened from there. But there is a happy ending.
Yes. Oh, and so Cassie mentioned the news, so we left a link to the story. Go down in the comments, and it's our local News on 6. You can check out their news story. You can watch the full news story there. They did a little Zoom interview with my cousin Ashley and with Adeline, and you can see all the details firsthand. If you want to see video of the truck and video of everything,
they don't have the entire video, because it was it was 5, 6, 7 minutes, but they just have bits and pieces of it. So.
Yeah, so you guys can go check that out. I think everything we talked about is on that video, though. It's pretty clear, so no questions about that.
Yeah, and so they had contacted Amazon, the news contacted Amazon, I'm sure the sheriff's department contacted Amazon. So the kitty was safely returned. It took several days, but she was safely returned. And I asked them, how it was and everything, and they said that they brought treats and food and all sorts of stuff for the kitty when they returned it to make sure it was happy and healthy. So we shall never know why the kitty was taken in the first place.
Hey, but what do you guys think? So maybe you think, hey, that's the right thing. Maybe that lady did the right thing by taking that cat.
It wasn't the only animal in the yard.
The kitty.
They had a big cat, I'm pretty sure, and a dog.
Yes, they had multiple animals. So, I'm just trying to figure out where her leg is to stand on. Why would you remove an animal from... And this person delivers packages in the rural area all the time.
Yeah, so they see animals all the time. Are our pigs safe?
Yeah, if they pull up to our house, they do all kinds of stuff. So, lesson learned. Video cameras.
Yep.
So we have video cameras that we have had for probably 5-6 years now, almost.
At least.
And they're probably actually getting maybe outdated a little bit, but they work well. So we keep using them. I know there's newer ones, so...
You can get them relatively cheap on Amazon and stuff now.
Yeah.
Wireless, Wi-Fi, straight to your phone, whatever you want. Get a cell phone data plan for them. There's all sorts of things, and you don't break the bank.
Yeah. So if you don't have one, this might be your warning. You probably should get something, because you don't know what even the people that are supposed to be bringing stuff to your house. And there's all kinds of people. I'm not calling out Amazon. There's UPS, Amazon, FedEx,
random
USPS. Some people do. Order food at home. Uber Eats and
DoorDash.
Yeah. So,
but also, had they not had that video camera, they would have just thought the kitten ran away or something happened. They never would have known.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. If I am one of those drivers and I'm concerned about something, Leave
a note? I don't know.
Yeah, I might get something or pick an animal up if I say there's one that's hurt and I want to take it to the vet. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave a note that says, hey, I grabbed your cat because I was concerned about its safety, and give me a phone call at this number.
When they send you that email with the picture, do they type stuff in? Like, could they say, your box is on your porch, FYI, I took a kitty because I thought it was in danger?
They have your contact information. So I think they could also call you if they really wanted
to.
Oh
yeah, because they've called us before when they were scared of the dog.
So there you go. We wanted to share a little bit of what's happening in our neck of the woods over here in Mays County, Oklahoma with you guys, because I don't think that story was obviously big enough to get picked up on any kind of national news. But I thought it was interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, for sure.
So as far as catching up on the walkers this week, all the kids and Cassie went back to school. I am super thankful for that, because now they get to go and have a full day, and when they come home, they're super tired and they sleep really good at night, and they don't stay up late anymore. And through the summer, they stay up really late, and then I still have to get up early to go to work. So I'm happy. I know. So I'm happy about it. Are you having a good week?
Yes, awesome week. We're excited to be back. It's been really good.
So as far as things on the farm that's happened this past week, if you saw our video over at Walker Farm Fam, you saw the goat get buried alive. Literally buried alive. I put out the bale of hay. I was here by myself and dropped it in the pen over the fence. And when I lifted up my forks, probably like a top fourth of the bale went over on top of the whatever goats were there. I made sure when I set it down that there wasn't any goats under it. But so I
They couldn't wait a second to eat.
Yeah, they were attacking it. So I didn't think too much about it, but I thought I better go double check. And so I went and put the tractor up. It was probably under that hay for a good minute or two. I came back out and I heard a really faint meh, meh. And so I started digging out in the hay, and lo and behold, there was a goat.
I have nothing to say.
It was pretty amusing at the time. After I knew the goat was okay, I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But also the pigs, Ransom and I went back and moved the pig feeder up onto higher ground. We had so much rain over this last weekend. I think we had over 2 inches, that the pig feeder was starting to get really muddy and water was starting to seep into it. So we moved it onto higher ground, and a good report there. It's doing much better. I went back there today. It's all dry and nothing going on with it.
People were saying you should have put it on the outside of the fence like Dutch so you don't have to climb over. That's literally where it was.
Yeah, it was on the outside of the fence, and
it became a sinkhole.
It became a sinkhole because all of the fence, the pigs just walking and trampling over it every time.
They've made a trail all around the entire fence, so we can't. For now, we couldn't put it anywhere until it dries out or whatever. So Gary put it where it was, but I'm like, it literally showed Gary moving it from there.
Yeah, it was there, but it's in a better place now because it's staying dry, and it's that's the main thing. I like the feeder. I can fill it up because I don't have to worry about going back there feed pigs all the time. I just have to fill it up a couple times a week, and I know that they get all the food they want whenever they want it.
So coming up in the future, we have several different things going on. We told you in our last video, we're going to be making some new pens for the goats. We want to get some different paddocks and rotating and things going on. But along with that comes hard work and sweat and money.
So I hopefully get to make a trip this weekend to the store to get all of the treated posts. I don't know how much they've went up since lumber's went up. I'll probably do wood corners since it's an interior fence, and concrete and wire. It's not cheap, and some more T-posts probably. All that stuff just really gets to adding up. So what I hope to do is add one paddock like this year, and then next year add another one, and then another one, to where at some point eventually we'll get lots of different places for the goats to be rotated, because that's what's best for them as far as keeping them moving and keeping the worms and different things at bay.
Oh, as well as the cattle. The cattle will rotate more and stuff too. So it'll be great. It's just going to take some time to get there, but we'll get there.
Also this weekend, we get to celebrate my grandparents' 70th wedding anniversary. So we're going to have a little celebration
to
for them. Yeah, they have been married for 70 years. So that's back in 1951 is when they were married.
Wow.
So that's a long time. So congratulations to my grandpa Troy and my grandma Faye. I love them to death, and they are great people. They have been great examples in my life, and I'm so thankful to still have them. I know a lot of people at this point don't have grandparents, especially both of them. I don't have any, my other side, we don't have any grandparents. So I'm super thankful for them, and I'm looking forward to celebrating. I'm going to be smoking some pork loin. So I've got 4 or 5 pork loins we're going to smoke, and then my other cousins are bringing all kinds of stuff. They're planning it. It's going to be a big celebration.
Yeah. So there's lots of things out there that need prayer. Individuals specifically, countries, nations. You guys, if you've been watching the news, you know there was an earthquake in Haiti, and so our heart and prayers go out to them as they recover people and find people and help people and things like that. All of the emergency workers and stuff that come along with that. I can't imagine when we were in Alaska, we experienced a pretty good earthquake.
Yeah, it was the biggest one they'd had in 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
and it was the biggest one that we had ever been in, and it's pretty crazy. I know way back in the 60s they had that huge one that did tons of damage to infrastructure. But those earthquakes, when they're bad, it takes so long to recover because all of the infrastructure, a lot of it gets destroyed. And so you think the roads aren't good anymore, the pipes and the water lines and the gas lines and the electrical facilities and everything has to be rebuilt. So just prayers for those people over there in Haiti. There's a lot of stuff going on here in our country. Over in the Middle East, there's a lot going on. So there's no shortage of things to pray about this week. And obviously, look down in the comments too, because a lot of people that watch the videos along with you, they put prayer requests down there, and anytime we can take those and go to God in prayer with that, then I know they appreciate it so much.
Yeah, and you guys leave a lot of praises from past prayer requests that were answered or whatever, and so that's awesome, and we will always look forward to reading those as well. We hope you guys have an amazing weekend. We hope you have some rest, some valuable time with your families. If you got to work, be safe. Have a great weekend. We love you guys. God bless.